Come on. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We're back. Here we are, the trio. All three of us are back. The Seekers
three of us.
We're the Seekers trio. So we're back. Welcome
Hello.
welcome to the Seekers Chronicles Paranormal Historians, where the history meets the paranormal. What's up? So we're here. I know Jennie had a big weekend. You know, we all did, kind of. We all added to it. So, Jennie, I know you want to tell us what you did this weekend. It was private, so you can't tell any more details than are private. But
yeah,
yeah,
I went to Maryland for a private investigation at a beautiful home, an amazing home, and it was really satisfying. We were able to get some good answers for the client, and my friends Anthony and Kimm were invaluable in helping me out in this. So I want to thank them publicly for that. You guys were amazing and really, really beautiful place. Freezing cold, but beautiful house and really, I think, satisfied clients. So good beginning.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad. I mean, we did try to do what we had to find some information out there. I did a drawing and Kimm did a reading. So
yeah,
you know. We all
was really generous, you guys. Thank you.
It seemed like it was
I love doing that. I love, love to help in that way, especially a private place, where they're reaching out for a reason. You know what I mean? It's not just a place that has an interesting history, which all places, in my opinion, have interesting histories. Every place is a place that somebody has lived, loved. But when somebody's coming to you, they, are looking for answers. So it's always really interesting to work on those private investigations. They're my favorite.
Yes. I mean, I came across something that she said, I drew something and there's something in the picture. I don't know if I could talk about all that.
Yeah, I can say this generally. Anthony drew a man working in a field of corn, and he drew all this big corn, and it turns out like right behind their house is this huge cornfield, which he did not know. Which is pretty cool.
I didn't even see a cornfield. So, and the guy was like under 5 foot, so he's a small guy, And the other stuff going there, but,
no.
Under 5? No, he's taller than that.
He's a little bigger than that. Yeah. No, but thank you both. It really was so helpful. So helpful.
See, we are a team that if we can't be there, we still try to help each other. You know? And since we couldn't physically be there, Kimm gave her abilities to do what she had, and I do my drawings, what I did. So I'm glad we helped out.
Yeah. Same.
That was good.
And it's not always with privates. Like it's not always somebody who's terrorized, right? Like sometimes people just want to know, who's here, what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, and how can I honor my home better?
I didn't feel bad in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Inside the one location, I drew that I guess flower type of thing. And I didn't think it was bad, but it's trapped, but I don't think it was bad. It's just mischief.
That was probably the biggest surprise, the flower. So we'll talk about it. Anyway, hi everybody. Thanks for being here.
We all talk. Hey.
Yeah, we'll talk.
We can talk like Italian, not say a word like.
I love your shirt tonight, Anthony.
That's awesome. Hey.
Gun and
leave the gun. Take the
cannoli, everybody.
Hey.
Oh.
So
cheers.
I'm glad you had a good weekend, Kimm. I know you probably had to work. But
no,
actually,
Kimm had an outstanding weekend.
Had a fabulous weekend. I stayed at a house built from circa 1762 in Salem, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
So I was actually in the heart of Salem, Massachusetts, in the historic district. I was there all weekend, staying in a house. And this is actually a great example of how not every house is haunted just because it's old. I walked in and I was like, I don't think there's anything going on here, which for me, I was a little sad because, I want to see what's up, who's here. Like I can read the location, but honestly, I was like, I don't think anything's happening here. But in that vein, I still had the door to my bedroom. There was like a closet in the bedroom I stayed in. And I got up at like 5:30 in the morning and I looked over and I'm like, yeah, that door is open now. And I'm like, yeah, that was closed before. And so I just like went up and closed it. But that happened. But still, I didn't really feel like there was much going on. So I don't know. I really didn't feel like there was much, but I had a great time. We had the place had like obviously old floors, but I don't know if everybody an interesting history are the King's boards. Have you guys heard about the King's boards? This might be a New England thing. The King's boards back in 1691, the King of England declared that any tree that was wider than 24 inches was declared a king's tree and couldn't be cut down. It was reserved for the shipbuilding. And then in 1722, they decreased it down to 12 inches. So any tree that was wider than 12 inches could not be cut down for wood or housemaking. So this wasn't very enforced, but any of these very large planks that you might see in these old houses can be a sign of dissenters or people who are against the crown because they were using these large trees that were supposed to be used for the crown. So actually in this house, there was 17-inch planks and 18-inch planks in the house. So I was really excited about that.
That's pretty big. That's fascinating. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So yeah, I don't know if they have it in New Jersey, but it's definitely something in New England that I recall.
See, you learned something here tonight. We all did.
Yep, there you go.
That's really cool. And you love Salem, obviously.
So. Oh yeah, it was wonderful. Well, I mean, I'm from Massachusetts originally.
I know.
So to go back into my home space was really nice. So somebody said here in the chat that they're from New Jersey, Massachusetts.
Joseph,
So,
I believe.
Love it.
Either Massachusetts or Maryland. I'm not sure which he was referring to, but I think Massachusetts.
Oh, good point. Good point. Because you went to Maryland. Yeah. Good point. Either way.
Yeah, Maryland's beautiful. It's very rural. I mean, I just drove through waves and waves of farmland. And,
Fairhaven. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, so he is. Okay, Massachusetts. Very nice.
Yeah. I had a weekend. All I did was draw for Jennie. That was my weekend.
Yes, but it was so helpful.
All right.
Thank you.
I mean, that was my paranormal stuff this weekend. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what I did. Stayed home.
Much appreciated, Anthony.
Huh?
Much appreciated by me and the client. So thank you. We're a good team.
But I mean, I always see stuff anyway, so I got more drawing to do. But that was it. Oh no, I did go Sunday. Me and my wife actually had our first date in years by ourselves. We got somebody to watch my son, and then we went out and we had a good time.
Excellent. I love it.
I love that.
We went to Chili's. What did we have? We went. Well, I really didn't have. What we did was we went to Chili's. We walked around the place over there. She loves the TJ Maxx. She loves those stores and all that stuff. And TJ Maxx, and it was Five Below. Dangerous. That place.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's
dangerous
too. Yeah.
I go in there with a heavy wallet. I come out with no wallet.
All that fun stuff.
I'm missing a leg and half an arm.
Oh my God.
Really, you go in there and it's like, you're going to go in for one. Come out with like 15 bags.
How nice, though.
So yeah,
nice.
And then after that, we went to another mall, and we went to later on because we had the whole day to ourselves. We had lunch, Chili's, and then we went to. She wanted to go to Panera's, so I drive across Queens to go to Panera's, and I had a soup, and that was it, And then at 6 o'clock, we got tired, and we're old, It's resty rest time.
Well,
you gotta go resty rest. Yeah, we started like at 10 o'clock, and we went to about 6. So. It was a resty rest day. So came home, and that was it. That was my weekend.
I love that.
So we got to see each other.
That.
So
we
got somebody waiting.
We do.
We have somebody waiting. Somebody really.
We have somebody waiting, and we have somebody not waiting, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we have somebody wonderful waiting.
But yeah. Well, Jennie, do you want to be honest?
I always get to do this. I'm so excited.
Kimm, you want to take it from her?
Go ahead, Kimm.
No.
No, that's great. I like to hear Jennie, but
she's like, all good. So tonight we have our first repeat guest, I believe. Am I wrong?
No, she's back. She was our guest on our 4th show.
Yeah,
way back.
So
yeah.
Is this the first one? Repeat the first one, because that's pretty special.
No, we had the Morristown girls.
Oh, okay.
And,
well, yeah, but that was like early.
As one of our friends,
this is episode 61.
Yeah, she's one of our paranormal people.
She's one of the OG guests.
I met her on Entity Voices. I met her in the audience, and then she had because I was on that show a couple times, and she invited me to Trans Allegheny. It was in 2001, I think, or something like that, or 2002, something like that. And that's why I actually met her, and we did an investigation. Them, the All Goods, and Zach was there. Zach's dad, and the CPI team, and it was a great thing. And it was a bunch of different collaborations of different teams too. I think Southern Paranormal, something like that. But it was good. So
nice.
Here she is.
Without further ado, you go ahead.
Carrie Harper. Hey, I didn't mess that up. Here she is.
You did great, Carrie.
Here she is.
Welcome back.
Hi, Carrie.
You're muted. There
Carrie,
you go.
You're mute.
Hello, can you hear me now?
There you go.
Yeah,
got that.
Thank you so
now
much.
You gotta do that for like 15 every 15 seconds. Can you hear me now?
We're all a Verizon commercial.
You got fans in the audience. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Yes, these guys are my tribe.
I hear that.
They are big time dedicated fans of the show that I do with Aaron Bush every other Thursday called Well, That Was Weird. So
yeah. I love that name.
Yeah,
That's one of my
these
favorites.
Guys are my tribe. Hey, Adam.
Well, that was weird.
Yeah.
I say that like 20 times a day.
Yeah. Kimm, I didn't get an opportunity to meet you the last time I was on the show. I think you were out of town that particular week. So it's really nice to meet you. But
nice.
I'm an evidential medium, and so is my friend Aaron Bush. And so we started a show on the Dead Air Full Spectrum Network called Well, That Was Weird, where we basically talk about what the real truth is behind having abilities, coming into them later in life, like what it really is like. It's not all, oh, this is wonderful and great, and a spirit is chatting with me. And a lot of the time you feel kind of crazy. And so that's the whole theme of our show.
Wow. How long, so you've come into it later?
I've always kind of had abilities, but Andrea Perrin blew my third eye open 4 years ago. And that, she just kind of blew the cage wide open, and they all kind of came rushing in and started growing slower over the years. But in the beginning, it was rough.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad Kimm's here for this conversation, because like you weren't here last time and we missed that whole angle.
Yeah, well, same here. I wouldn't consider myself a child who was born with it.
Yeah.
No, I started actually having experiences much later, probably in my 20s. Yeah, mid 20s.
Yeah.
Mid 20s, I really started having experiences. And it wasn't until I moved to New Jersey like 11 years ago that it was like, I would say New Jersey blew me open.
Really? I've heard that. I've heard metaphysically.
And she was like, well, that was weird when she moved to New Jersey.
And that's everything things like that. Yeah. Well, that was weird. So
yeah. It is weird.
And it's still happening, but yeah, it's in the beginning. and tell me if I'm wrong, Kim, but in the beginning, like with me, when I was younger, like say early teens, mid-teens, driving, I would get a feeling that something bad was going to happen. And it would just stay with me. And it would felt like this pit in the center of my chest that something bad was going to happen. And then like I'd lock my keys in my running car. And then the feeling would go away. Or someone stole all the rims off my, all the hubcaps off my tires. Or so it was little things like that.
Yeah.
But when Andrea blew open my third eye, the first ability that came through was psychometry. And I would pick up random things around my house and get a flash of really crazy stuff that I'm like, what in the hell is this? So it's a lot of it in the beginning is alarming. It's never going to stop being weird to me. It's not, we're going to stop being weird to Aaron. There's a whole bunch of different like sub layers. I don't know if you would agree with that, to the abilities that you just don't, they're kind of fluid and always changing because they're like a muscle, right? The more you use them, the stronger that they get. So it's a constant like balancing act, I think, that is very weird. There's just no other way that we can describe it.
So did you guys both these? I mean, you guys come on later in life. Me, I started with my stuff when I was younger. Okay?
Really?
I started at 3 years old. So, and I went through a different era than you guys did. But you guys both of you, I'm asking a question too. Did something happen that woke you up to it more than in the past? It was one specific thing that happened that you're like, whoa, I do have these abilities.
Yes.
Maybe I'll start using them, whatever. So either one, you can answer that.
Yeah, Kim, go ahead.
Yeah, I know so actually it was paranormal. It was a paranormal experience that I had.
Okay.
So this was my first paranormal experience was in a house built in Manchester, New Hampshire. I was staying there. It was my ex's house and it's built like 1680. It's it's the second oldest house in Manchester, New Hampshire, which is very old.
Wow.
And yeah, super old.
Wow.
And I had a paranormal experience that I could not explain. And then I continued to have night terrors. I continued to have crazy like night sweats. I would literally wake up I've never had this experience since. So
that's terrifying.
At that point, it was like I knew something was happening to me. I'd never had any experiences like this before. I had been curious about paranormal. I loved the shows. I actually tried to communicate with my grandmother when I was 13 years old. Like I've always been kind of like interested about this, but it wasn't until I had that paranormal experience that my mind was like, oh my God, this is real. Now I'm going to look into it more. And then it just kind of grew from there. And I just kept, because I'm actually a science person at heart. So I kept trying to prove it to myself. And Carrie, I mean, like you probably experienced in the beginning, you all you have are these fear stories. Like everybody, you only have the fear movies, all of these crazy Hollywood stuff to go on.
Right.
So you feel like it's supposed to be scary. And like at the beginning, it's just you opening to a new, large, massive awareness.
Yes.
And like the fear is just kind of like the unknown. But once you start working with it, like working with the skills, understanding what this feeling means for you, understanding what that, then for me, most of the fear went away because once I was like, oh, this is just another way to experience the world. And I know what things mean to me now. I'm just like, oh, and it's just normal. Although, like, I still get scared, right? Like, the door still opened in my bedroom this weekend. Like, I know it opened. Like, my human is like, ah.
Yeah, for sure. So, like I said, I'd had those, like, just sort of like knowing things, like waking up, like something bad was going to happen. And it was always something trivial. It wasn't anything like, crazy or whatever. But then I met Andrea Perrin at Paracon down in Charlotte. And at the time, Aaron, you guys are going to hear me talk a lot about Aaron. Aaron was Andrea's handler. So I got to meet Erin in person there for the first time because I met her while we were planning Trans-Allegheny, Anthony, and Erin was actually going to go. And then something happened to her car and she couldn't afford to. So that's why I brought my niece. She took Erin's ticket that night, but we'll get it. We'll tell you girls about that here in a second.
That's when I was there, wasn't it? So I remember Erin was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you said Erin was coming, then you brought your niece.
Then I brought, and then I brought my niece. So that investigation was in 2022. And a month later, I met Erin and Andrea in person at this Paracon. And Andrea has this amazing ability to open up a person's third eye. So she kind of like massages the back of your neck where your pineal gland is. And there's a meditation. And I thought, oh, this feels so lovely and wonderful. And then I live in Raleigh, so that's about 2.5 hours from Charlotte. And I was driving home that night and I'm listening to music and I'm rocking out. And all of a sudden in my head, I see a flash of light exploding from my car on the road and radiating 50 miles out. And I was like, well, that was weird.
Yeah.
And then I got closer to home and I was maybe 5 miles from my house. It happened again. And this time I was like, okay, wait, now what is this? And I didn't think anything of it and went to bed and woke up the next morning. And I told my mom, I'm like, my brain feels heavy. That's how it felt. My brain felt heavy in my skull. And I was like, she goes, your brain feels heavy. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, are you hungover? And I'm like, no, I didn't have anything to drink. We went to dinner. I didn't have anything to drink. I got plenty of sleep. And she was like, well, that's weird. And I'm all, I don't know. It's strange. So I picked up my prescription the couple days before and it was sitting on my dresser. And so I went and I grabbed the prescription and I went to take it into my bathroom. I opened the bag, I pulled out the bottle of pills, and I got a flash that the woman who filled my prescription was going through a divorce. And I dropped the pill bottle like it burned me. I was like, wow, what the hell is this? So then throughout the day, things like that started happening. I hugged my dog and I could actually feel how much he loved me go out of him and into me.
Yes.
And it was so amazing, but I like everything I touched, I would pull my hands away. Like it shocked me. So I'm sitting here in my office and I'm working on something for one of my shows and my feet are on the ground and I get a flash of my home. My home is a new build home. And I got a flash of when they laid the carpet upstairs and in my office, the guy had one of those big gulps that he set on the plywood floor. And then he was laying down that batting, that squishy foam padding.
Yeah, the padding. Yeah.
As right where my feet were. And I got that flash and I'm like, okay.
That's specific.
Very specific.
Yeah.
So it started really upsetting me because I didn't know what the hell was happening.
Sure.
And I went to my mom and I was telling her about it and I started to cry, like, what is happening? And so she's like, here, you need to call Andrea. You need to talk to somebody. You need to find out what is going on. So I called Erin and Erin was like, call Andrea. She's on the way home. Like her and her dad were driving back to Florida from Charlotte. She's like, she's in the car. Give her a call right now. So I called Andrea and I'm like, Andrea, what happened? What did you do to me? And I explained what was going on. And she was like, I didn't do anything. All I did was open up your third eye. And it sounds like I blew open the cage. And I was like, it sounds like it. And she's like, all right, this is what you do. Because Andrea, that's all she does. She opens a person's third eye. Either it opens very, very wide like me and it all comes spilling out, or it's a slower open, or it doesn't open at all. Like she can't control how it affects the person. And she doesn't, like, she always asks for permission. Like she didn't just come up and start rubbing the back of my head and be like, you're going to love this. Like of course she always asks for permission when she does this to somebody, but she has no control over how it's going to affect them. So she's like, I would stay home if you can. Because we had groceries delivered that day, and when I was unloading the groceries, I got a flash when I pulled the milk out, a flash of the delivery kid, and knowing that he hated the job, this Instacart job, and he was only doing it because his mother made him. And I'm like, so she's like, stay home. She's like, try not to touch anything. Like, obviously, touch the things that nothing's coming off of. So I was like, that's fine. I can work in my office and things like that. I can clean or whatever. She's like, stay out of bookstores, stay out of grocery stores, stay out of antique stores, because she's like, all of those places are going to completely.
Antique stores are big.
Yeah.
You know, for sure. Antique stores or anything that, you know, that people like Salvation Army or anything.
Yes, Goodwill.
Forget that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that has any sort of something attached
like,
to it.
Yeah, a history that was like a donation or something like that. Yeah, she's like, stay away from those for a few days. And I was like, okay. And I remember making dinner that night, and I pulled a knife out of my knife block, and I had gotten the knife block from my friend Archie for Christmas a couple years before. And I got a flash holding the knife of Archie sitting at his desk at work on the Macy's website, trying to decide which knife block to buy me, the one that he chose or a different one. And I dropped the knife on the counter, like, oh my God. It was so upsetting. Not because at least I finally knew what was happening. And even Aaron was like, it sounds like you have psychometry. And I was like, okay, great. So I started looking up psychometry and had a little understanding about it, but it was happening so fast in the span of a few days that I went outside.
Also.
Huh?
Wow. It's exhausting.
It is very exhausting. It takes a lot of energy to kind of maintain that when it's constant, like for days. But as it went on, the heaviness in my brain started to lighten. And I realized that what that was I was getting massive downloads over like night.
Wow.
And so I went outside and I was going to call Erin. She's like, call me, let me know how you're doing. I picked up a lighter to light a cigarette, and I sat there for a second and breathed a sigh of relief because it was just a lighter. I got nothing off of it. It was,
I was waiting. It was like, oh no. Okay. I was like, what about the lighter?
I know.
Okay.
It was, it was
gloves. Does it make a difference?
If
you wear gloves.
I was going to say that.
If you want maybe a rubber glove or some kind of
yes, if I'm wearing gloves, I can't get anything off of anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
really?
It's got to be through my skin.
Really?
Yeah. So
That's
it started with psychometry, and then it graduated to oh God, I can't remember the name of the Claire. The one where you can smell smells. Claire
olfaction. Claire
something.
That's the one we always forget. Right. There's like taste is like goose.
Claire Gustance then.
Yes, that So it's been progressed to that. Adam says, do you have a certain thing that you eat after experiencing?
Yeah, we always go right to food on this show. Like, yeah.
You know what? I don't. I do drink a lot of water, largely because they make me dehydrated.
Really?
Like every bit of energy in every form in my physical body just kind of gets drained.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I get really dehydrated.
I was going to say, I do meats.
Oh, do you really?
You just like turkey jerky, meat.
What happens is when they steal your energy, it's like anything that has energy. Like when you go to a room and the spirit's starting to manifest, the room gets cold. Okay, they're taking heat has energy. Now it's taking the heat out of the room as energy. That's why it's becoming cold, because it's taking the heat. So when it's in your body, it's taking your energy.
Yeah.
So it's dehydrating you, and that's why you get dry mouth. After a lot of people do readings and stuff like that, they got to drink a lot of water because they get dry mouth. Like what Jennie's doing, they get dry mouth, and you have to, keep yourself. And Kimm, she got to have her meats.
Yeah, she got to have her meats.
It's a good point, Anthony, and about that, like after interacting is because when I do like mediumship demonstrations, like gallery, if I'm not wearing like 10 layers, I'll start to get very cold. And I have also gotten the shakes during it. And I don't know if Carrie, you've experienced the shakes when you're
Yes, I have. Actually last night. Yeah, I'll tell you about that what we did last night. So yeah. I was asking my friend down here has to eat meat after she
Oh my
uses
gosh, what's Jennie drinking?
Wild.
Water.
I should have some water. I know.
Water.
I'm just talking about it like I'm like my vibration frequency is shooting upward. So I'm already like, okay, I'm getting hot now.
No, it's good. Like, I'm only drinking water or coffee usually on this show, but we do have a drinking game on this show, Carrie.
Oh, good.
I'm drinking this word.
Well, this word. You get your wine.
You see this word? You got to drink.
Anytime
you drink whatever you want on this show. Yeah.
I love that.
No, but anytime the word cannoli is said, we have to
take a drink. Oh God, I'm gonna be bombed. All right, let's do it.
I know. Somehow we say it every week. Somehow we talk about it. Like
I always have something to say about it. Well,
enough that it was a drinking game.
Yeah.
Zach, he was supposed to be on the show tonight.
Yeah, I killed Zach.
Zach was supposed to be here. He had some. He had not mental, but he had some physical. He had
mental's okay. That's a fair statement.
Mental, I know mental is okay, but he had some physical issues and he had to not cancel. Or did he have a concert?
You're not the first person to say that to me about Zach.
Great question.
Look.
Wow.
That's Zach there. And this is
man.
Oh my God.
Doppelganger right here.
I really hope he's watching. I was like, just rest and chill.
Wow.
I haven't seen it.
So
that looks pretty good, huh?
It does.
I'm so proud of that because you had to like upload, like you had to choose the photo and like upload it. So that was planned.
Well done, Anthony.
I don't do nothing unless I plan it because I wanted to come out right the first time.
Yeah, that's good.
And there's a million Ed Sheeran pictures all over the place.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That is
almost the same angle was a little difficult, but
it's not bad though.
Changing diapers all day with my wife and chasing a 16-month-old baby, and then changing.
Well done.
Yeah.
So that's really Zach. For those who don't know Zach, that's Zach Bennett. Carrie knows. Carrie can introduce.
Yeah, he was
him
supposed to be on tonight, but he had some medical stuff he has to take care of with himself.
Yeah.
And, like I said, or maybe he's in concert. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he moonlights as Ed Sheeran. He's an EMT. He's also a medium. He's a busy kid. Yeah.
He's a wonderful kid.
He's wonderful.
And
my best friend.
What a fun fact about Zach is that his dad investigates with him sometimes. A lot of times. And he's called Zach's dad. He's not called.
His real name's Michael, but we call him Zach.
But we go by Zach's dad. And we literally say, "Excuse me, Zach's dad. What do you have?"
Hey, Zach's dad. What do you think about this?
Hey, Zach's dad. Come on over.
Yes, and when I talk about Zach and Zach's dad to my mom, she's like, "I'm sorry, honey. Does Zach's dad have an actual name?" And I'm like, "It's mine."
That.
Yeah,
it's called Zach's dad.
Just Zach's dad.
It's funny when you put the list, like when we went to Shanley with them.
That's right.
Last year,
May.
Like that.
May.
And when Zach, I put like the list of people that were going, and I just put down Zach's dad on the list.
Yeah,
that's him.
That's
Zach's dad.
That's all he's known as.
Yeah, Zach's dad. We love him. They're both the best, the very, very best. And we are actually doing an investigation this Saturday at St. Albans Sanitarium. I can't remember which one it is. With the Tennessee Wraith Chasers this weekend.
Right. Oh, I did see that. Yeah. Very nice.
Cool. We had them on a couple months ago. Mike and had them on they were on.
I love them so much.
Mike, I know. Say hi for us.
I will.
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah.
Say those Seekers. Those Seekers say hi.
Those Seekers, hey.
Hey, the Seekers.
Maybe on the badge. How are you guys?
Yay.
Yeah. We get everybody.
That's a great group too, Beyond the Badge Paranormal. They're
They
fantastic.
are
They're so
unbelievably
fantastic.
wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are. We had
Yeah.
them on also. We have
We are
everybody.
fans.
Listen, all the cool kids hang out here. I know.
I
that.
know all the cool
Zach
kids
has
are
to
here.
visit
Busy
one of them
night.
because I
Right,
believe
all the cool kids.
this is the second show that he couldn't do with you guys.
No, really.
It makes me wonder, Zach,
Makes
are
me
you
wonder
avoiding
too.
me?
I think this is recent.
Just confirmed for me
Concert. He's in concert.
that Zach's just not as cool as the rest of us.
He's in concert. He's
He's
out
probably
there.
laughing.
He put his little wig on and he went out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
he probably
Anyway.
Or maybe
All right.
also, what do you call it?
Very
Yeah.
good.
Oh.
So I'm going to bring us back in.
Yes.
Carrie,
Yeah.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on.
bring us
Please.
back in.
Please,
You're the
yes.
most fun
So-
person.
So Carrie, so this happened like 4 years ago. Yeah, that's still pretty recent, I would say. So how does it show up, or like how did it evolve for you, or like how does it work for you now, especially on investigations?
That's such a good question, because usually I only use my abilities for investigations. If like a friend or a family member like has a question, or if one of their loved ones comes through, of course I'm obviously going to tell them that, but primarily my abilities I only use on investigations. So as of now, of course it's the psychometry, it's the clairvoyance, the clairsentience, what was it,
Gustance,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Or
Gustance?
Gustance. I think you can do
Gustance,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have 5 of the 7 clairs by now. I can remote view. I can put down protection shields around anybody anywhere in the world. And good Lord, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think that's kind of where we're at right now. Automatic writing is something I know I can do. I've never done it on an investigation.
Mm.
I've investigated St. Albans before, and that's a terrifying place just because the history of the land, the building, like none of it is great.
Yeah.
There's a lot of tortured souls in that building. And so the first time I went, Andrea hadn't blown open my third eye yet. And I was like, I don't like this. And like, I could hear someone following me and it wasn't great at all. So we're going back Saturday. Now I have my abilities. And I told Zach, I was like, what do you think if I try to do automatic writing at St. Albans this weekend? And he was like, are you sure you want to do that? Because
Yeah,
he had to like talk me into going back to St. Albans for the last 3 years now.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah. But and all of the folks that watch my show that are in the chat, Anthony, the people that really know me know that I will jump first and ask questions later.
Oh, okay.
I know that trans Allegheny.
Yes. So I very rarely look before I leap. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can do it. I mean, there's no reason why you can't do it there.
Yeah.
It's like, it would be like doing a Ouija board there, right? You're going to do your Ouija board just being all blown open and inviting anybody in? Or are we going to have our intentions and then you set your intentions and that's what comes in? Or?
Set the intention, yeah. And I'm very well versed in how my abilities work for me, how to put my shields up, how to lock them down, how to protect myself. So I don't necessarily know as I would recommend doing this to somebody who's never done it before, to go into a hard-hitting location like St. Albans and try it for the first time, unless they felt very confident in their abilities, because essentially what we're doing is channeling, right? And we're allowing the spirits to kind of channel through us. So without sounding everything's a demon, it is a form of possession. It just is. If they're moving through us, it is a bit of
inviting somebody in, and generally those who are there are not necessarily the most healthy spirits to let in.
Right, exactly.
Which is fine. So, you can do it. But exactly, you go in knowing that, you go in, you do your protections, you go in doing your closing, and it should be fine. Yeah,
I think so too. And especially because there's some weird connection that Zach and I have with our abilities, where they're a little bit stronger and boosted when we're together. So he's going to be in the room with me while I'm doing it. I am very capable and of booting somebody out of me or my space immediately, no questions asked. I've gotten very, very good at that. But if I struggle, then I can just kind of like Zach will hold my hand and together. It's weird. We really are looking forward to testing.
I love that.
Our abilities together at St. Albans.
That's awesome.
This weekend.
Is this going to be recorded or is this going to be?
I don't know. I think it's just like an event that they're doing. I don't know if they're going to have cameras or anything there. I think like every group gets like 2 hours in an area of the building, and then we kind of rotate, and then they just kind of like go around and like you can investigate with them if they'll join your group for a little bit. Yeah.
Really good investigators, really cool guys.
Yeah.
So this is a good example, like Cody and Satori amplify each other.
Yes, that's the kind of the closest explanation that I can find for it, but we don't I don't know. That's the thing, is like we're not really sure how our abilities, we just know, like when we went to Sweet Springs, and we'll show you guys some evidence that we captured at Sweet Springs, but when we went to Sweet Springs, Zach was kind of like having a hard time grounding. So I stood there and we held hands and we grounded together. And immediately I felt Zach's vibrational frequency rise up through him to where it started pulling on mine. And I was like, "Are you good?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, what was that?" But then we were investigating, and in investigations, you get busy, you get involved, like you are chasing down sounds or whatever, you're trying to experience it. So we kind of just filed that to the back of our minds, but we've never forgotten it. So it's definitely something we want to try this weekend. We did have a couple of weird things at Gettysburg this year. Like we went to the Sachs covered bridge, and I like touched his arm and I'm like, "Do you see her?" And he was like, "Yes." And we were like describing the same person at the end of the Sachs covered bridge. And it's just something that like our abilities are not the same, but the ones we have are just amplified by the other.
That's so interesting.
Really interesting. Yeah.
The woman you just said,
well, you blend.
At the end of the bridge, does she have like a white thing around, like a
lace collar?
Lace collar around it? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. When you were talking, I just envisioned that. And she had like a little Quaker hat and maybe a black dress.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
you guys
it was a light blue
lucky.
Dress that she had.
Okay. Was it like a dark blue?
It was a light blue dress that she had. Okay. And we thought for a second it might be Tilly Pierce, but then she showed up right next to me. So I was like, okay, that's not her. She's right here.
No.
So
I'm so jealous that you guys can see these things.
But I see like the lace thing around her.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
It's a lot of fun. Like the ones that died horrifically, that's not as fun to see.
Mm-hmm.
But did you smell any?
Some of them are not super fun to talk to feel, to see.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, actually, fire and mold, kind of like when like an area gets flooded or whatever, and then it just sort of has that
damp smell,
damp, moldy kind of smell. That I smelled that, and then I later found that river flooded a ton, and like destroyed the bridge. And I was like, oh, okay, well, and then that's
that place. Remember, not only people were killed there during the war. After the war was gone, there was dysentery everywhere. There's dead animals, dead soldiers. The water was that water was so polluted that's under Sachs Bridge, because soldiers went there for the last breath to drink some water before they died, and they started floating in the water, and that river was actually red of blood. and all
Where
that.
is this? What are we talking about?
Sachs
What's
Bridge.
Sachs covered bridge in
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
It's in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
PA?
And that's where the Confederates first came in to do the battle in Gettysburg. They came across that bridge. And all the dysentery, people died from dysentery and other diseases from the flies, and because they couldn't bury everybody fast enough. And remember now, not only
they laid there for sometimes weeks,
and not only
right?
people died there, animals, big animals. Now they have to take these big animals and take them and bury them. And remember, back then, everything's done with shovels. There was no backhoes and everything.
Yeah,
so, and
the ground was just...
there was in barns. There was stacks and stacks of dead men. They used to just drag them and throw them in stacks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and there's the witch's hanging tree that's like down that little path by it. My friend Buffy was like, you need to go to the witch's hanging tree and just kind of spend some time and see what you pick up.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there was a guy that I had met. I can't remember his name. George, I think was his name. He was at the the Paracon this year.
Okay.
And he happened to see me there, and he kind of followed me down there and was like talking and giving me all of the history of the hanging tree and all this. And as he's talking and I'm looking up, I'm like, don't stare. But there was a woman hanging from that tree. And I was like, I want to stare, but don't stare. That's rude. Like, she was dead. She wasn't like looking at me like, hey, can you see me? It was like, don't stare at the woman hanging. Go on, tell me the rest of this story. Like, you know what I mean?
How do you not get distracted by that? Exactly.
It's hard. It's very difficult. Very difficult. Yeah.
I mean, I've seen that also in different parts. People hanging from trees. Matter of fact, the Sachs Bridge, 2 13-year-old boys were hung there because during the battle they got scared and they ran away and they hung them. And
for like treason or desertion or something?
To show anybody that runs away from the battle will find themselves hanging.
So they hang them for example, like hang them to make an example out of them?
Yes.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, all these, there's so many 13, 14, 15-year-olds there. Like, I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
That's
awful.
But yeah, I agree with...
I love Gettysburg, but I mean, the history, there's no way you can avoid it in that town.
I agree with this comment. I would almost pass out if I saw that. I would.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, because I want to show evidence and everything, I want to you tonight have your own skin line.
Yes.
And anybody watching this show tonight, if you're going to order from her, she'll give you 15% off.
Yep. Viewers of the show. Yep.
Here's 15 code.
Yep. 50%.
Yeah.
15.
We have our own code tonight. I feel
and
like
this is the actual website. Look, there's pretty cool stuff here.
It's beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm excited. I love it. We're evolving and growing all the time. I had mentioned, Jennie, to you earlier that I'm working on a facial care line. Yeah, we've got body scrubs, we've got shower steamers, we've got lotions.
Oh,
we've got
I love my lavender body scrub so much. I'm completely out.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to show this quickly. So I know we have a lot of evidence to go through too.
No, I agree. So, somebody said
so if you order you have to order before 12/14/25 to get any of your Christmas gifts.
Yeah, to ensure delivery by Christmas. But the code is valid for you guys all month long.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And all you guys in the audience, and you didn't get your wives anything, this might be a good idea. You know what I'm saying? Get your budding gear and get something that's really nice. And this is all natural stuff. It's not like any kind of preservatives and stuff.
It's all I make it all by hand in my kitchen. A shower steamer. So was it spray Canon? A shower steamer is basically like a bath bomb, but you put it in the corner of your shower, not necessarily directly under the spray of the water, but where the water will hit it. And we put a lot of essential oil fragrances in it. So the once the water hits it, it starts to fizz, and then the steam carries those essential oil fragrances
yummy.
up through your shower. So we have a bunch of different shower steamers. Breathe right now. Our shower steamer Breathe is has actual menthol crystals in it. And it's a very popular one this time of year.
I bet. Yeah.
I bet it is.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that wants to, you just you got to get in touch with what's it the
It's
what your website is.
Yeah. This little light of mine skincare.com. It is a mouthful.
No, it's
but
good.
yes,
I'm gonna put
this
it in
little
there
light
right
of mine skincare.com. And then if you have questions, you want to message me, you message me directly on Facebook or at this little light of mine skincare at gmail.com.
Okay. So I just wanted to get that in there. What's the website? She just said it.
This little light of mine skincare.com.
That's Jennie.
Yeah.
Jennie 305.
I have my lip scrub that's empty right here that I use every day. I love it.
Whoa.
And it smells like cotton candy, people.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
Our lip scrubs are very popular.
So
I love
just
your
want to throw that out there.
air
Remember, Seekers 15.
Yeah, Seekers 15 for 15% off. Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna go, just get it. Don't
Come
forget.
on, like
You're gonna
we have
love
something for everybody. I see 305 Paranormal is like, hey, men need skincare too. We're working on that for you as well. My son has said the same thing. So we are actually coming out with some more masculine fragrances. He's like, I like this scrub, Mom, but they just smell kind of girly. I'm like, okay. He's also inspired a beard oil. We're going to be coming out with a beard oil,
Nice.
a bunch of different stuff. So that's probably going to be within the first quarter of next year, by March of next year, a men's care line. So yeah, that's the website. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful stuff. And you also do like my body scrub has an amethyst in it,
Yes,
you do the crystal.
Yeah, so everything is
Which is
crystal and
so
Reiki
cool.
infused. Every line
That's
is
what I was
infused
trying to
with
say.
specific, intention. So Erin Bush, like I said, you guys are going to hear her name a lot. And she is the Reiki master that infuses all of our products with Reiki energy. So like the lavender line that Jenny's talking about is called Living My Best Zen. And it's infused with amethyst crystal. We soak those crystals in the oils that we use in all of our products. And then the certain products like the body butters and the scrubs come with an actual raw amethyst or raw crystal for that line on top.
Lovely.
Everything is, I have lupus. So I have like that butterfly rash. I have that lupus rash like on my chest and on my face. And I really was tired of wasting so much money finding products that would kind of calm that. So I was like, I'll just make it myself. And that's kind of how it was born. And then Erin's like, let me infuse that with Reiki for you. And then did that really make a difference? So we started making a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I want to have everything have a luxurious feel to it. And I feel like I've achieved that in almost everything.
Most definitely.
But I don't want it to have a luxury price tag. So there is nothing on my shop over $20. The most expensive thing that we have right now is one of our gift sets, and I think that's $18.50. But you get 4 lip scrubs in a gift set. It's a holiday gift set. So I want the luxury feel. I want the luxury skincare. I want the luxury results, but nobody's going to have to pay a luxury price tag. I'm keeping everything under $20. Even all the new stuff. It is
super high quality stuff.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
beautiful
get some stuff for you.
I'm excited.
Not for me.
And the code again is Seekers 15. Is that right?
Seekers 15. Yes.
Yeah.
So put that in at checkout. Also, orders over $30 get free shipping. Like I get that the economy is crap right now. It is for me too, and I want to make sure that people have access to the quality natural skincare that they need. And they're not paying an arm and a leg for the products, and then they're paying another arm and a leg for the shipping. So all orders over $30, automatically free shipping. You guys get that 15% off. You want to join our mailing list? There's another 15% off for you. Like we are coming up with ways all the time to save everybody money, but make sure that this amazing quality skincare gets in their hands. And so
Great
my mom
stuff.
was like, are you making any profit off of this? Yeah, absolutely, I am.
Mhm.
I am.
Good.
These other companies, they're double, tripling their.
By the way, I got to say hello to Nancy. Hi,
Yeah.
Nancy. She's on tonight?
Is she? She is. Yes, she is on tonight.
What's
Yes.
up? Make sure she gets,
The only reason she's watching
make sure she gets a good Christmas
paranormal
gift.
show is because of Anthony. She won't watch my show.
Oh.
She won't watch any other shows I'm on.
Oh, your mom. Okay, I missed who you said. It's your mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that she's a
So
big
she
Anthony
loves
fan.
Anthony. So she's like,
Yeah.
oh, watch it for Anthony. I'm like, well,
She's
at
my
least she
biggest
watched
fan,
one.
and probably only a fan. So that's
Yeah, she's like, I'm your biggest fan. So yeah, we want to make sure that that's just kind of it's accessible for everybody, and it is. The bigger stores, the bigger, like the luxury brands like Aveda and all this stuff, they can mass produce these things. All of our stuff is made in small batches, and the price point, what it costs me to make these things, I don't triple that. I don't do a 300% markup. I'm still making a profit.
Yeah.
With keeping the prices where they're at. And, I'm able to, because of that, I'm able to start a new facial skincare line, which
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this one. I really am.
This is going to be so good. As you guys can see, I wear nails. I love nails. So I was like, okay, I need a facial moisturizer, but I don't want to scoop my finger into a pot and get it under my nails. So this is one of those little.
Oh, that you push down. I love those so
and
much.
then swipe it out. I'm working on making this week. I have 5 girls that I reached out to, and I was like, hey, do you want to be my guinea pigs for my facial moisturizer?
Yeah.
So I'm going to send them to them this weekend, and then they have 30 days to try them and tell me everything. How does it feel under makeup? How does
I know somebody else who might want to do that.
Yeah. I'm telling you, listen, I am always sending out new products that haven't launched yet to my friends and to the folks that watch our show on Well, That Was Weird. Be like, hey, you want to help me evolve? You want to help me test products? I do test everything on myself and my mom. And
I love it.
But I want to test it out on other people. So I sent a bunch of Chill Baby body lotions to folks. And I was like, let me know. Use it after workouts. Use it after sunburns. Tell me what you think. How does it smell? How does it feel? Is it too strong? Because I can't fix it if I don't know what the issue is. And I want to make sure that it's something that every skin type can use, whether it's sensitive skin. I have folks that are really sensitive to fragrance. So, but a lot of you guys are like, it's not overpowering. And I didn't want it to be overpowering. So nothing that we have, with the exception of the shower steamers. But that's only because they're going
you
up
want those to be.
we want them to be, we want that aroma.
Those are supposed to be strong. Yeah.
That's the whole idea.
I want to bring this back to the paranormal here.
Oh yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah,
But Anthony needs a cannoli flavored beer.
Oh, right. Cannoli drink.
Yeah. I just wanted to have a drink.
Cannoli cream.
That actually is
You said it again.
You said it again.
God damn
I can
it.
definitely get that fragrance from my vendor.
I know.
You guys send me some evidence. I don't want to know what you want to show.
I had a look at what he sent you guys real quickly right before I logged in. There is, let me pull this one up here.
I'm not sure what he named them because I had to rename them because they came in with numbers.
So most all of these are going to be from Sweet Spring Sanitarium. We went there. That investigation was almost 2 years ago, guys. So my memory is a little. But looking at these, I was like, okay.
Been a lot since then. We get it.
Want me to put on what you've seen?
I've
seen
I
told you before.
Let's do the Cat 1 and Cat 2 because I think That's really
Not sure which one's cat one.
interesting. That's what he titled it. Cat 1, Cat 2.
Yeah, but it didn't come out with me, cat 1.
Oh
cat
no. Okay.
Yeah, so okay, this is this the one you're talking about?
Let's see.
See, that does look like a cat's head.
Yes. So that's kind of what we're looking. It does look like a person, but when that person walked away, so the little white dot over there on the left, that's a lens flare. So what we're looking at is the little, like that reflective light there on the wall, that cat's head, and then there is somebody standing there, but they walk away and the cat shape stays. We also heard a cat meowing, and we're like, oh, there must be a cat in the building. But in this picture, there's no cat.
Look at this one here.
Yeah.
That's the second one.
Is it possible to zoom in, or can you guys see those?
They don't give me the ability on this.
No. Can you guys see those 2 white dots? The audience?
They weren't there. Now they're there.
I can see him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no cat was there, but there was a cat looking at us.
Weird.
Wow.
Weird. And there's nothing, like, there was nothing in that previous picture. Like, obviously, that was just straight black shadow.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah. And then you can see like eyes and like feet, like a cat laying on its side. It has its feet out. And more like the way the feet are, they look like more like a Sammy. What do you call those? The fluffy cats, a Persian type.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah,
I don't know. Kimm, you're the expert at this.
Expert at doing shadow breed.
You're the shadow cat expert.
The cat.
Yes, agreed.
That's your ability.
Definitely Persian. I can see it. Can see it in the eye. But I do see that.
Cat.
That was interesting. That's very cool.
Creepy.
It's really cool. Yeah. And we did hear it
creepy,
that night.
right? Yeah.
But
that's for Sweet Springs.
I saw it.
Sweet
Did
Spring
you guys?
Planetarium.
I have a question about that. Did you see the eyes in real time, or did you only see it on the pictures?
Just on the pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Was there a reason why you were taking a picture in that direction? Do you remember?
Yeah. So down that hallway in that area is in the basement. It had a basement and a sub basement. So we were in the basement, and there was an area that we all felt the incredible ick just looking at.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't want to go in there yet.
Yeah.
And so we were taking a picture down that hallway. And it that place, man, if you haven't been, I know that we had been talking about spending like a weekend there and doing a weekend long investigation.
Where is this again?
It's in
for all the viewers
Mills,
they don't know.
West Virginia.
West Virginia.
Yes.
And this is Cold
I remember
Spring,
you
West
trying to get a trip up with that, and I don't think I
Yes. We wanted to do that. Sweet Spring Sanitarium. It's amazing. I talked to Cindy Harper. She's the one that like runs all of the tours and books everything. And she was like, you can definitely do a weekend, but she was like, the most that you could have is 10 people. And we have a lot of people that really wanted to go. So we were in the middle of kind of trying to figure that out. And then the owner of the sanitarium died. And when that happened, they were currently in the middle of kind of a legal situation with the state of West Virginia, because Sweet Spring Sanitarium is originally, it sat on 600 acres, and they still have the majority of those acres, but the state of West Virginia wants to use that for farming land and like a turkey farm or something. So they were trying to get that property to be able to do that. But Cindy and the owner, they had plans to restore those buildings and kind of like, it used to be a hotel. It was a very fancy location. And so they had plans to kind of revive it. Right. But then he died. And so now his estate is currently in limbo with the state of West Virginia, and nobody knows. So they had to close the tours. They had to close everything. They can't have people on the property at all until this gets figured out. And I don't know if you guys have ever done any kind of probate or estate work or anything like that, but it can take years, especially a business like this, which is really sad and awful. Because Jennie and I were so looking forward to spending a weekend there.
I was really looking forward to it. Yeah. I mean, especially spending the weekend, you know, like it's so nice when you can spend more than 5 hours somewhere.
Right. Yeah. Like, let's really hang out there with them. Let's, you know, day, night. Let's just, what is that like? I've only ever spent like 8 hours, 6, 8 hours in a location, especially if it's a big location like that. It's not a lot of time to cover all the places and go all the places you want. You know, Anthony, at Trans Allegheny, we had that for what, 8 hours? I know you weren't able to see all of it you wanted to see in that span of time.
Yeah.
But imagine if we had a whole weekend at a location. So
that'd be awesome.
Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be quite yet.
Yeah. Well, that means something else is. Something else will come up.
But that means something else is coming along. Also, I do want to thank Mary Beth real quick. I was just kind of keeping an eye on the comments, which is just habit of the show. I have a show. And Adam asked about my show. Well, that was weird. And so Mary Beth, thank you very much for letting him know. A lot of the folks that are watching tonight are watch us every week. So we're all kind of a big happy family.
That's so cool.
Thank you. They're kind of, you guys handle the questions. If I don't see them about, well, that was weird, I trust them. They're our PR team.
I love it. So it's every Thursday?
It's every other Thursday. We alternate with Cody and Satori. So this week is me and Aaron. It's this Thursday, and then Cody and Satori have their show the following Thursday. So we just kind of alternate. This is actually going to be our last show for the year. Yeah, for 2025. Nice. Yeah, it's going to be our last one. Yeah, and so it's going to be Christmas themed. Now, I was on Ken and George Run the network, and I was on their town hall with their patrons last night. I did tell their patrons, who a lot of them are here in the chat, so guys, be quiet. Shush. What we're covering this week, it is going to be Christmas themed. But Aaron and I are really excited about it. I think. Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to be exciting. We like to talk about stuff like elementals and fairies and different things within the metaphysical paranormal realm. And so this one, we actually got the idea from Cody and Satori's show last week. I texted Aaron and I was like, "Oh, what if we cover?"
All right.
So yeah, it's gonna be good.
We have a guy coming on our show in February, I think, and he writes books about fairies.
Yeah,
Andrew.
You know Andrew Warburton. He writes books about fairies. New York fairies.
Really? Like, that is
yeah, and into that one. Like New York and different states and everything.
That's gonna be that'll be really cool. Would love.
I'm excited for that one.
I'll send in your name if you're interested in having.
Please God, that would be cool. Really great. Like we've had Satori on. We talk about crystals. We talk about ghosts. We talk about all kinds of stuff. And
that's
then
so cool.
It's always a tie-in with how we can develop our abilities. And we've taught meditation. We've done some remote viewing. We've taught them how to read auras. We've taught them like stuff that we always wanted to learn that we didn't actually have anybody to kind of help us. We sort of just stumbled through learning how to do this ourselves. And it's a very weird life to live. It's fun. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but some of this shit is really weird.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I know.
I love weird.
And there's so many of us that love weird, and that's just kind of like where our vibrational level lies, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some of the best people I've ever met in my entire life are the biggest weirdos.
I was gonna say, I
would much rather hang out with a weird. Weirdos. Bigfoot and aliens, we haven't yet, but that's not necessarily off the table. We're actually coming up with our 2026 episode list.
I'm in Queens. I could get you plenty of aliens.
That'd be amazing. Listen, that would be amazing.
No,
we did have Andrea on for a hot minute to talk about aliens.
Just ignore him.
No, it's not those aliens that he's talking about.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Ignore him.
Let's get back to some of this.
Let's get back to it. Sorry.
Yeah, where are we?
Send me this. I'm not sure if this is Sweet
Springs. Yes. Actually,
if I put that on, I can't hear you talk.
That one is Trans-Allegheny. That one we just went to in August. Go ahead and show it. It is.
But you can't talk through it because it mutes you. I'm going to try to get you on. Hold on. Everybody, I'm going to play that one more time. You have to make your volume loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to turn it up a little, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have the
Streamer's a little
ability with
quiet.
this, but here we go. We're going to try it again.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
I heard
So tell me what you hear.
I heard.
I hear like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're going towards up the stairs. You have
revving the engine on the highway.
Yes. So it's both. Yes, it's both. So in that clip is from, so Trans-Allegheny, you can do an investigation, either public or private, of the main building or the 3 buildings in the back, which are the medical, the forensics, and the geriatric buildings. So that was the tour, because we've already done the main building. We did the tour of those 3 back buildings. And this was the medical building where people went to heal from lobotomies, where people, the morgue was there. They had like the dentist was there. People had to go to the dentist, doctors. So that was that building. And the attic, there's something in the attic that wants to just be left the hell alone. And will do whatever it has to if you go up into the attic, which is where that video is shot, and those stairs going up to the attic. We'll do whatever it can to get you to leave. So what you hear at first, you do hear like a motorcycle roar down the road that was like, Trans-Allegheny is kind of on a hillside. And so there's like this road. So you do hear that. And then you hear a different kind of growl. And then you hear the next motorcycle go by.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to play it again, now that you kind of have that idea. Yeah.
Because I didn't realize that you had traffic that close to the building. But when I heard, I didn't realize there was something outside, because I know that it's a big distance off the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
And plus, I did the big building. I didn't do these buildings.
Yeah. And they're even further away from the road, but you can still hear it
the road.
Really?
Like those buildings. It's not like it's a mile away from the road. The road is, you can see the road.
Right. Yeah.
But at a certain time, I know when we went there, certain time there was no traffic at all.
None.
Yeah.
At a certain time, there's no traffic at all. And you don't hear nothing but crickets and raccoons. Yeah, okay. I'm going to play it one more time.
All right.
Yeah.
It's in between the two. This weird growl.
And even the motorcycle going by. I mean,
you almost miss it.
I rode a bike.
Yeah, you can easily miss it.
You don't go by that fast.
Right.
No.
And then stopped, and then goes.
It does sound like a bear.
It does sound like a bear.
It does sound like a bear. Yeah.
No, I agree. It smells like an animal. Yeah.
Okay.
But
I'm not
there's
trying to say it is. It most likely is a motorcycle. But, I mean, I rode, and when I go, I flooring it. Not like that little long space in between. Somebody doesn't know how to ride a bike.
Everybody to hear.
Huh?
He wants everybody to hear.
Hey.
Coming through.
You kidding?
Okay,
A lot of the bike, the less actions you have, because idiots can hear you.
True. That is true.
We are kind of bouncing back and forth between locations, but from what Zach sent, if you want to, swearing's okay, right? On the show? That's fine.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, you can't fucking talk.
No, it's me. I believe this recording is me, and of course I'm swearing. So it says that it's titled G's explicit. You see that one, Anthony?
Oh, okay.
No. What is it? Is a woman in the hallway, or I got the camera?
No, it's just an EVP recording. It's not a video.
Oh, EVP. Okay.
Yeah.
I got Alex Ball. I got a couple of sweetheart. He gave me 4 record. 4 of them. I don't know which one is which.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
Well, they
he
look like
sent
they're
them
all
to me. All I got
fours.
was numbers. I had to change the numbers into what I could, so I
Oh,
could.
okay.
So when I
Can
come across, I could bring up something. Yeah, I'm gonna put
Okay.
this one on. It's
Here we
EVP.
go.
yeah,
Okay.
let's see what we got.
When it comes on, it's gonna mute us. Everybody, up your volume for this. Put your headphones on. Do something. Hey,
Pump
wanna
up the
hear it?
volume, people. Come on.
Here we go.
Pump up the jam.
I think we should move
Yeah.
the pod, maybe.
Oh, it's talking over us. No, I'm sorry, it's not getting any louder. Let me see what I can do here. Yeah, it's kind of low.
One more time?
We're getting a lot of, she's getting a lot of stuff on that.
I'm not sure what that is. One more time.
I think we should move the REM pod, maybe.
Is it working?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Should I bring that camera or the recorder, or? Let's leave the recorder here, because we're getting a lot of, she's getting a lot of stuff on that.
Okay, that one is a very faint like sigh.
Sigh. Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
the sigh. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Almost like they're annoyed that we can't seem to decide on where to put the freaking REM pod.
Oh my God.
I heard moaning too. I don't know if that's
Yeah.
you guys there, but yeah, it was like a very soft.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Anthony, will you play it again?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that. I'm going to hear that.
Okay, like I'm playing it.
Move the REM pod, maybe.
Is it working?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Should I bring that camera or the recorder, or? Let's leave the recorder here, because we're getting a lot of, she's getting a lot of stuff on that.
Right before he said something with recorder, I heard something go, oh, like a child.
Oh, that could be. The third floor of Sweet Springs is one of the most active floors of any building I've ever been in.
Really?
That floor, yeah, it was wild. It had us on the run, and there were one of us. It had us on the run that whole floor most of the night. We wasted a
wow.
lot of time. We were like, we should go check this place out and that place. But it was so entertaining on the third floor. Yes, Mary, that breath, that
Right.
that kind of.
Yeah, I heard it.
So
Yeah.
what's the story of that floor, Carrie? Like, what's the background behind that floor?
It when it was a sanitarium, it was just one of those, like, the patients were housed there. There was a woman in room 3007 that we believe her name is Alice. That I believe she committed suicide because she's always seen in the window of that room from down
Okay.
below, or people will see her like rocking in a chair in that room. So, but I don't know why the rest of that floor is the way it is. We got a tour from Cindy's like counterpart, and he was giving us a quick tour, and you could tell, guys, it was wild. You could tell that he was really not wanting to be in that building when the sun went down.
Oh.
He was rushing us through that. Like, okay, this happens here and this happens here. Any questions?
Yeah.
Great, let's go. Like,
Crap.
so quick, we were like tripping over ourselves to keep up with him. And
Oh, wow.
we're on
So
the
he was
third
nervous.
floor. He
Yeah.
was really nervous. So we get to the
Yeah.
third floor, and we're at one end of it. And Scott, the team lead of Zach's former team, looks down the hallway, and I'm like, I look down and I'm like, Scott, do you see that? And he's like, I sure do. So we start walking toward it. He films it, a shadow right at the end of the hallway, bold as brass. Usually shadow figures, they kind of peek, they kind of peek back. Not this one. This one was standing right there like, who are
That's
you?
amazing.
What are you doing? As we were walking toward it, it didn't move a muscle. And then it just turned and walked casually away like, I'm not interested in whatever it is you're coming to say to me. But the whole floor, other than that, I don't know why that floor was so active and reactive.
I mean, this is a question that gets asked on this show, and I would love your take on it. How
Sure.
do you know when you look? I mean, you had Scott with you, and I don't know about Scott's abilities, but how do you know when you see that shadow? Are you seeing it or are you seeing it? You know, like with your third eye. You know what I mean? People
Yeah,
ask that a lot,
for
and I would
sure.
love your answer.
Honestly, sometimes it's both.
Okay.
In this particular instance, Scott doesn't really have abilities.
That's why I
he's
asked. Yeah.
yeah, he's got intuition. He's got like a sixth sense. He was like a paramedic, and so he's got that kind of sixth sense that we've all got, and something just feels kind of off. We just kind of know.
Right. But do
But
you use him as like a
we
check?
saw,
Like,
I don't know if he uses it like that.
Mhm.
no, I mean you. Like,
but-
do you say, Scott, do you see that because you think Scott would actually see it?
Oh no, I know when it's actually there.
Okay, that's what I'm
I
asking.
know,
All
yeah.
right.
So yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was like, Scott, do you see that? He was like, I sure do. So
Okay.
they feel different to me when I'm seeing them
Okay.
through my third eye to when they're actually standing there.
That's a great answer. Okay.
Yeah, they just feel different. The energy feels different. And this
Okay.
felt like somebody was like an actual human person was standing there. Maybe he was standing in the dark. We knew it was a shadow, and they just stood there like, what? Not afraid
That's
at all. It
amazing.
was wild. Wild.
That is
When you see a
that is.
shadow in a dark room, the shadow's usually darker
Then
than
the dark.
actual room. You can
Yeah.
still see it. That's like the crazy part about it. You can see a shadow. It could be a pitch black room, but you'll see a shadow that seems to be moving
Yeah.
in the darkness.
It's so crazy.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
once
more
you see
evidence.
one, you know
I
what
don't
it
want to
looks
run
like.
out of time.
Yeah.
We only got
40 minutes.
20 minutes, but we got like a million
40
things.
minutes.
We kind of have a lot. Yeah. Let me see what else.
I mean,
You didn't find the
Can't
G's?
wait to see it.
I don't know what G's. I'm going to just go here, see which
Okay,
one
let's
this
see what
is.
you got here. I think I mean, I could
Can you
hear
play?
me in the background,
I'm going to
but
play it again.
Yeah, play it
Everybody
again.
just
I
raise
didn't know
yourself.
it was EVP, so turn up your volume again.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Turn
a
up
very
the
quiet
volume.
one.
Here we go.
I think I heard a man say hello.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yep.
That's what I heard. And I think that one was taken when we were down in the sub basement, which was basically the slave quarters.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a very sad location. Like it just felt there were about 45 spirits down there that were hiding in the rooms. Yeah, they were hiding in the rooms. They
45?
crazy.
45?
45. Yeah.
45, not 425. Oh my gosh, 45.
Yeah, 45. Yeah, 45.
Whoa.
But they wouldn't come out of the rooms. There was one guy that was very angry that was kind of like protecting all of them. Like they all kind of looked to him for like, what do we do? Especially when we would walk into those rooms. And Destination Fear had gone there and done an episode at Sweet Springs. And then they went back as Project Fear. And when they went back as Project Fear, Tanner was in that area by himself. And I'm watching it on TV and I'm like, oh my God. You could see all of them were standing in the doorways watching him. I could see them standing in the doorway watching him. And I thought, how many? And so I rewound it and paused it and counted 45 of them down the entire hallway. So then when we went, they were all there again. And Zach, I was like, Zach, do you see them? Or like, it was overwhelming. I'm like, there's so many. He was like, they're everywhere. And there's one little boy there that everybody seems to know about that they like to leave him snacks. So we brought snacks for him. And when we walked out of the room, I watched him look up at his mother who then looked at this mean looking guy as if to say, can he have that snack? And the guy shook his head no.
Oh, really?
Wow.
And it was just, I've never been in a place like that before. I've never been in a place like that before. I've never been around the spirits of slaves that didn't trust anybody, that didn't understand why so many people came and went in that area. They don't know what cameras are. They don't know, you know what I mean? Like, they don't know what all this tech is we bring in with these, you know, they don't know.
You're right
what
on
the
that.
hell we're doing.
You're absolutely right.
And it just was, that was that room. That was that hallway that we were in.
That's good. Because it's something like you just brought that up. I did Letchworth, the cemetery in Letchworth. It was a sanitarium. And they found years later a cemetery that was all forest grown over it. Nobody knew it was there. Like in the 80s, they found it. And they cut down the trees and they found tombstones there, but all metal tombstones.
Oh,
it was crazy. The tombstones were there so long with all this stuff, they came magnetized. So you're getting the readings from EMFs off the stones.
Whoa! Wow!
And there was numbers on the stones. And later on, they found out they did put a big plaque there of each of all the numbers and who was buried in those places. And majority were children, handicapped and everything else and stuff. And some were adults. But when you brought up the part with, you know, they don't know what we have. So we walked in there. We have RAM pods. We have, at the time RAM pods weren't right now. It was the millimeters just came out. Yeah. You know, the K2s were out at that time. Sure. I had my Ovilus, the old one, with the wires on it and spitting out words and stuff. And we went in there and we weren't getting nothing. So I turned around and said, you know, I'm going to get all this stuff and I'm going to put it down, because when they seen somebody, when they were alive, when they seen somebody walking in with instruments, you know, some kind of, you know, electric instrument.
Good point.
I thought something was going to happen to them.
Yeah,
so I put them down. I walked in there.
That's such a good
with just a recorder on me. And I had my son standing all the way in the back with the camera zoomed in on me. I walked all the way across the field and I heard we got you know, answers to questions, and I actually seen shadows like coming around us. Then they started tossing rocks at my son. Yeah, probably because he had the camera.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know, and they probably thought electronics or whatever is going to hurt them. But I was seeing stuff and I was hearing stuff because I didn't have all that gadgets on me. And I figured these people, when they seen somebody come into their room with all these different type of gadgets, they were going to hurt them.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why most of them were handicapped. So you know, a lot of them didn't understand.
Do you think, now that you mentioned that they started throwing rocks at your son, do you think that might have been the same kind of thought process that the spirit had at Trans-Allegheny down in the lobotomy ward, that when you got that rock thrown at you?
I had the rock on. I got the videos on that. You mind if I play it?
Please do. That was one of the craziest
things.
That's
a good one.
God, I love Trans-Allegheny.
Somebody tries to nail Anthony with the rock.
Listen, I'm always going to
play. For once, it's not me.
Okay. That's the wrong one. The rock thrown. It's always the wrong one. That was a cough.
Yeah, but it's the same area.
I'm trying, you know something? I'm just a dim. I labeled all your guys, you know, something, and I didn't label any of mine.
Something I do.
It's like, what did I do here?
Whoa!
Wow, what hit me?
That was it.
My body cam. I walked into the room. And I'm going to show you the regular camera and I walked in a room with. I didn't catch anything on it, but you could see me reacting. Something hit me. I had a body cam on, and you actually seen something coming up and hit me and go back down. But this is the this is when some of the footage too. Oh! Wow! What hit me? Something was just thrown at me. That's cool. Who did that? Who did that? Come on, you can tell me your name. I'm not mad.
Love Anthony.
That was
Love
original footage, and then I did that, and then I reviewed my body cam, and you can actually see something coming
You
up.
could see it, yeah.
So I had a body cam on, which caught the evidence that something hit me, and I came in with my regular camera, and remember this.
2 different camera views, yeah.
Another thing, I want to show what I actually see if I have that up here. When I go into an area with my camera, all right, it's pitch black. This is all I see. That's all I see.
Oh, okay.
And down the hall, you can't see. You see what's on the screen? That's down the hall.
Yeah.
So that's my night vision. So when I go to areas that black, that I only can see through that, and that's what happened to me. I just wanted to show that part too. That that was interesting. We got so much.
It was a
remarkable
night, and we were very fortunate too because at that time, so the first time when I had actually met Zach and Zach's dad and everybody was at a public investigation of the main building of Trans-Allegheny, and we didn't have that access to that area because they're very specific at Trans-Allegheny. They're like, we have one bathroom. It's right here. It's in the lobby. This is the one bathroom. Do not use the bathroom anywhere else. It's this bathroom. Don't use the bathroom anywhere else. Well, apparently a few months prior, people were trying to use the bathrooms down in that other area. So they closed it off to the public. So we couldn't go there. Oh. And we were like, well, that sucks. But by the time we did our private overnight, about 8 months later, they were like, you're the first group to go down here since we reopened it.
Yep.
Oh.
So think about all that time that was spent. They didn't really see a whole lot of people except for people that were trying to fix the plumbing because people are jerks. But that was it. It had to have been quiet. Nobody was really going down there like they're used to. And then we're the first group that got to go down there.
And that area, I didn't go in. You guys were on the tour.
Opportunity to have a lot of activity. Yeah.
And guess who walked in there by himself?
Who?
Me. That's where I got all that. I got hit.
Yeah, he just was like, all right, we're going to go. Because we wanted to take the tour. Because we got to go in like the sub basement, and then they had opened up like this other part of the basement. So we were like, yeah, let's go take a look at all of that. And he was just like, okay, bye. And
and this is where the 45 spirits are in the basement.
No, this was at Trans-Allegheny.
Oh, okay, so we're talking about
we're at a different location. We're bebopping around.
Totally different.
Got it.
So sorry.
Kim, keep up, okay?
Well, I don't. I've never been to either of these places. So
I know.
Oh, come with me.
But they're both asylums. They're both sanatoriums.
Trans-Allegheny was an asylum,
right?
And then Sweet Springs was a sanitary.
Which is like the same.
A hospital and then a sanitary.
Yeah.
Well,
so I have a question about
Trans-Allegheny was also they used to have during what do you call it? Was the Revolutionary War? Not the Civil War. It was a hospital also. It was a hospital. It was a hospiel for the Civil War. The whole section was for military.
Cool.
They weren't, and then of course it was TB and and then lunatic asylum.
Okay.
They started out to build it as an asylum, but then the Civil War happened and they had to stop building because all of the limestone and all of this the materials they were using needed to go to the war effort. So what they had built became the Civil War hospital that he's talking about.
Yeah.
And then when it was over, they were like, all right, we're going to start building it again.
I have 2 questions about these 45 spirits in the basement.
Yes.
So you saw
That's
them?
a sweet spring. Let's make that.
Right. Yeah. That's sweet.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Sweet Spring. So you saw them watching them on another TV show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been back since?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, great. Great. And did you see them there again when you were in person?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Question. So, do you communicate with them at this point? So
Yes.
great. Because that's the other thing too. I think that's maybe kind of overshadowed a lot in some of the shows or things like that. Like we're seeing these, we can see them,
Right.
but I've recently not trying, but I just feel moved to kind of communicate with them more to let them know. I mean, I'm not moving them on. I don't move them on. There are people who do that.
Right. Yeah. I don't
Totally
do
fine.
that either. Largely because the locations don't want you to.
Typically they don't. Yes.
No. And they actually tell you, do not cross them over. Like, don't do that. Trans Allegheny is one of them. Don't cross them over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's
So
but like I've communicated with them to be like, hey, we're in here doing this, like, because sometimes they don't even know they're dead, to be honest. Like sometimes they don't understand.
Yes.
They literally don't understand what's happening.
Wow.
And they're just always going to be afraid of these Sims are always just going to be afraid of white people.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, having that next level of communication, I think is like kind of the next step up of where some of these investigations I think should be going, really.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I really think so too, which is why we were so disappointed to find out that the owner died. Because he was a very lovely man, and had such amazing goals and intention for the location and the spirits. And you very rarely find owners of haunted locations that want to do that. So it was very sad when he passed away, and then his estate got embroiled in this thing with the state of West Virginia. So yes, pretty much every medical need. That's true. So yeah, I saw it on the first time. So Destination Fear was on the Travel Channel, and they went there the first time, and I didn't see them in the hallways in that episode. But when that show got canceled, they came back as Project Fear on YouTube.
You said that. Yeah.
And they went back, and that's when I was like, what is this? And I had actually been messaging with Cindy Harper, and like I saw all of those spirits down in the slave quarters, and she was like, yeah, there's a lot of them. I was like, 45. She goes, that sounds about right. And I saw it on the TV show.
Holy
and
cow.
Then we went there on our investigation, and there were I thought, I'm not going to see him again. Like, I'm not going to see all of them. No, they were all like, there's these rooms that they were housed in, and some of the chains are still bolted to the walls in there in some of these rooms. And yeah, and I'm like, there's no way I'm going to see them all. And they were like all different ages, standing at the doorways, watching us walk down the hall. And I was like, Zach, do you see all of them? And he was like, I see all of them.
That's overwhelming.
Very, very overwhelming. But it was also like the main guy that was like protecting him, he was really mean. He was really scary. I'm like, I don't really want to interact with this dude too much. But if you wanted to try to like talk to any of them, like you almost had to ask him permission to talk to them.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And it was really, I don't know, it was really something. So, which is why I was super excited to try and go back there, Jenny, when you and I were talking about, hey, how cool would it be to spend a weekend there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that things kind of land in
That'd be amazing.
Cindy's favor and the favor of his estate once everything gets all, shakes out, because it would be a shame for anybody to miss out on researching and meeting these individuals. It's fantastic.
Wow.
I mean, it's a special place. It sounds like I really wanted to go.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if you're gonna go, let me know. If I could make it, I could do it. I will.
Yeah, we will. We've got a lot of like.
I love it. It's like I invited myself. No, I'm kidding. He was invited.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I'll be there. You know, if
He's like, you know, I'll be there.
I was invited to it. I was invited to it.
I've got this core group of people that every time I want to plan something, they're the first people I call, and Anthony is very much at the top of the list.
Yep. No, we get that.
Zach and his dad are at the bottom. Well, Zach's dad's at the top.
Zach's dad.
Nancy will make sure you put me down.
I know.
Exactly.
Well, yes, I would get in trouble with my mom if I didn't invite Anthony.
That's right.
Honestly.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anthony's very popular with the moms.
He's amazing. Yeah, he's amazing. They actually got to meet at Gettysburg a few years ago. My mom was supposed to go to Gettysburg this year, but what happened? What was that? Oh, to save money, I booked a hotel room at another hotel. I had it at the convention center, like where we were at the hotel. But to save money, I switched the room, and my mom can't sit at a vendor table for 6 hours. Like she would have needed to have like been able to go back up to the room and rest if she wanted to. But since I switched the hotel room, she was like, well, then I'm not going to go because I can't just sit at a table. She broke her hip years ago. So, plus she gets bored. Let's be real honest. She gets bored.
Well, yeah, of course. She's young.
Yeah. So she was like, you know what? Hey,
we'll take a walk.
Yeah, for sure. Sandy. Hey, Sugar Bear. Sandy Andrews is another one of a member of our weird tribe over at Well, That Was Weird. She's very, very lovely. I've been working with Sandy. Sorry, Sandy, I'm going to tell everyone. On remote viewing. We've been doing some remote viewing with Ken and George's Patreons on their town halls on Monday. So I've been working with Sandy, and we did a big group remote viewing session of the Robert the Doll down in Key West last night.
Oh, that's so cool.
That
I need to hear about that.
Kimm, what kind of horse is that?
It's a brown one.
It's
a brown and white horse.
spot.
I could have told you that.
Okay. No, I mean, you know your horse.
If I'm guessing, it could be a quarter horse, or I can't see its coat, or a thoroughbred. That would be my guess. Am I on it, Sandy? Am I on quarter horse, Morgan? There we go. All right.
Okay.
See?
Very good.
Sandy, she works. She's a veterinarian for horses.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So not shadow cats, but close.
I mean, it's close. That was a big cat.
Horses,
That was a big shadow cat.
I'm impressed Anthony actually knew about Persian cats. Like that's that's not your average cat.
No.
Oh,
I know about animals. I know about cats and dogs.
It's very handsome, Sandy.
Been around it for a long time.
Well
His
done,
name is
Anthony.
Blue.
Well done.
Yeah.
You thought he was just the eye candy on this show, but he's
Listen,
smart.
I know he's the draw.
smart.
He brings in the ladies. I know.
I still got a couple of cells left in my brain.
Love it, Sandy.
You know,
He's
the
funny.
70s
I
left.
love
in
remote
something.
viewing. I think
Well,
remote
we're
viewing
on
is
the
my
horse
favorite.
tangent. He's
What
20
was
years
that,
old.
Kimm?
That one.
I think remote viewing is my favorite. For some reason, I love remote viewing. I don't know.
It's almost like, the first time I did remote viewing was of the Conjuring house. Erin used to be a caretaker up there, and she was.
That's your first one? Why?
I know, right?
I know.
Go big or go home, Carrie.
Kind of, yeah. Well, and Erin was staying there by herself, and so she's like, the spirits were kind of uppity that night, and then there was something outside that was creeping her out, and she's like, "Do you think you could take a look and see?" And I'm like, "I'll give it a try," and I actually was able to do it, and I was able to walk around the house, and be like, I'm actually here. I could hear the wind in the trees. I could feel the wind on my skin. I actually was able to, because Erin was outside and she's like, are you here? I'm like, I'm here. And I was actually able to like push her hair off her shoulder.
Wow.
And she goes, tell me that was you.
So you were
and I was like, that was me.
So that's actually like more bilocating.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did the remote viewing session last night with Robert the Doll's caretaker, David Sloan, and we I was kind of guiding everybody through just kind of going there because a lot of the folks are new at remote viewing, and so I'm very protective of them. Like if they get startled or scared, like I can feel them kind of pop out of it. And so we were there, and I just wanted to like be there in the event. It was really for them, right? I wanted to be there in the event that like they had a question or they, got startled or what have you. Because let's face it, this is Robert the Doll. And he's probably one of the more famous things in the paranormal. So I wanted to make sure that they were, that they felt safe, that, we were being respectful. It wasn't just about Robert the Doll, but the other spirits that live in that museum.
Right.
So we were doing the remote viewing session last night, and I just kind of was there to, I always put like an energetic net around everybody because they're all just learning how to do this. Because remote viewing, like any other ability, it works differently for everyone. So what may work for me may not work for Sandy, may not work for Joseph, may not work for, but it was 2 hours long. And
that's long.
About an hour and 15 minutes into it, my vibration, because I meditate to get to a very high vibrational state to be able to remote view. Not only that, but to take a group of people in with me. So, and then keep it there. So it started to like decrease. And then that's when like I had to be like, George, I can't, you're going to have to guide them on this next one. I can't do it because my energy was just way down south. But when I meditate with this stone, this palm stone that Zach gave me. And it looks like a face in it. It's really pretty. It's like white.
Like howlite? Like what color? What is that made of?
It's white and like this like kind of grayish, brownish.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Occlusions that are in it. And so I meditate with it, and I meditate with my fire labradorite that I got from Satori.
Oh, I love that.
Especially when I need to do something that is going to require a lot of high vibration and a lot of my energy. I'm always meditating.
Labradorite's a great stone.
I love it so much.
I know, it's actually probably one of my top 5 stones.
Me too. Me too.
It's because it's like a little dark, but there's rainbows all in it.
There's rainbows on it, and these like flashes of light. Like I'm looking at it right now, and I'm just kind of turning it, and little bits of fire in it. It's amazing.
Yeah, that is
so
amazing.
The little girl that inhabits Robert, she's 6 years old. David has named her Abby because she was an Abbott. Her last name was Abbott, so he's named her Abby. And I had these on my desk, and before anybody joined, I had logged in, and before anybody joined, David wasn't there yet. I popped into the museum, and I was just like, "Hi, my name is Carrie, and we're going to bring some friends to visit you. And if you have, don't be afraid. If you have questions for me, just ask." Yeah. And this little girl, who I assumed was Abby, when I described her, then David was like, yes, that's her, was looking at my pretty rocks. And she's like, your rocks are pretty. And I said, aren't they? They're my favorite. We had a little conversation. I said, you're more than welcome to play with them if you'd like. Set them on my desk about an inch apart. And then as we were waiting for more people to come in and actually get going, I'm answering texts. I'm doing this. I run 2 businesses. I have 3 shows. I'm busy. So I'm doing all this. I look back at him, and she has put the two of them together on my desk. Like I had them like apart, and she's scooched them to where they were together. And I was like, oh, okay. So I pushed them apart again. And as we were doing the thing, I wasn't paying any attention. I was too busy making sure that Joseph was okay, and that, everybody was doing good, that Jonathan was fine. And I looked down, and she'd squished them together again. And I was like, she was like, I like the white one. And I was like, do you like the white one? I said, it's so pretty. I said, you can have it if you want it. And she was like, she just nodded her head like. So I had to privately message David and be like, so listen, the little ghost that inhabits Robert the Doll likes my white rock. And so I told her she could have it. is there an address that I can send it to you so that you can give it to her?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, absolutely. Here you go. So I'm sending one of my crystals that I rely on heavily for deeper meditative states to the ghost that inhabits Robert the Doll. Tell me that's not fucking weird.
Well,
That's-
maybe
This is
it will
such
add.
a weird
Well, that was
life.
weird.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
it'll add some healing and resolution to her state
Yeah.
in
True.
the doll.
I hope so. I hope so. But it's like, this is that weird life. This is why everything, I think, if I'm going to suggest to Aaron, be like, we need to get it tattooed on us. Well, that was weird. Because every single thing in our life is in the paranormal. It's in the metaphysical. We live so wholly in this world that everything is weird. Yes. How late? Yes.
See, I'm just like, oh, yeah. No, that checks out. Yeah. I'm like,
Kim's
But
like,
I don't
that's
know.
not weird.
Telling my mom.
I don't know. It's not
he's
weird
like,
to me, which I guess is weird. Is that the weird part? That it's
is
not
that the weird part, that this is so normal, but to like my best friend or, most of my family would be like, really, Carrie? Maybe you should go to an asylum. Perhaps you belong in one, and I'm just like, this is totally normal. I'm giving a cute little girl ghost a pretty rock.
Well,
actually, I think the opposite is weird. I think it's weird that the rest of the world
is not like us.
Well, not like us, but it's all happening. You know what I mean? Like, it's all happening around you. Just because we see it and feel it doesn't mean it's not happening.
It's not happening.
It's like the rest of the world has this weird block and veil over them. And I think that's the weird part, that everybody else can't see it or feel it or recognize it, when I'm like, it's all there. It's all available.
Yes. It's almost like, certain things, gifts, traits, abilities come so easily to certain people. And it's a struggle for other people. Like, I wanted to learn how to play the guitar. I cannot play the guitar for shit.
Yep.
But my cousin made it look so easy. Well, here are the chords. And it's just this, and this. And I'd be like, I can't even hold this thing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
So I think it's probably something like that. But yeah,
I know. I don't know. I think it's like,
I need more
I have
weirdos in my
a
life.
question, if you guys would answer it.
Sure.
Is it sometimes somebody I think said it in the chat as well? Is it something that sometimes happens to you without you trying? Like, how do I put it? Like, do you sometimes just have like a vision take over?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
I hope I said that right.
Like, just like if I'm in like
understood.
Working or whatever, or if I'm like working on the shop or we're at a vendor show or whatever, it's not like it just, if I'm not paying attention, it's generally just when I'm at home.
Okay.
It's generally when I'm at home, which is odd because I have angel warding down around my house.
Oh,
I have some of the toughest, I have some of the most impenetrable warding around my home. But it's generally, not that they've found a way in, but they just have found a way to talk to me that I can hear.
Okay.
When I'm at home.
So it's not like it's permeable like the wall. It's more like they just found a way that you can still hear them.
Right. Yes. Because my mother is very supportive of this. It creeped her out in the beginning, and she was really angry with Andrea in the beginning because I was so scared. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I cried a lot. Yeah. So she's watching her daughter go through what essentially for everyone else seems
looks like a psychotic breakdown.
Exactly. And
you're worried, right? You're worried about your child.
1,000%. But and she's always supported me being a paranormal investigator. And she's like, all right, go play with ghosts, be safe, don't bring anything home. That's her thing. Is do not bring anything home.
Fair statement.
Yeah, right?
Fair.
She doesn't. I would get in big ass trouble. So there was a situation that I'd gotten into at a private home investigation where the homeowner was dabbling in things she ought not to be and started sending dark entities after me and my team.
Oh man.
So yeah.
Yes.
So one
Oh,
of my
man.
main guides is the Archangel Sandalphon, and I'm very, very
Okay.
close with him. I talk to him all day, every day. Sometimes I'll just talk to him about like nothing. Just like,
I love it.
oh, what'd you think of that episode of The Flash we watched? Or whatever. But
These are some good French fries.
these are you should really try these.
Hey.
He's wonderful. And so I had to put
That's so
down
cool.
angel warding around my home to, one, protect it, but two, the only spirits that I allow in my house are the ones that get express permission from me to be in here. And those are people like my grandmother, my grandfather, my
Right.
mom's brothers, Koi's grandpa. Like, it's people that we know in our family, but
Right.
it started to be
Right.
a thing where stuff was getting in, and I'm like, I can't have this thing in my house, and two, possibly showing itself to my mother, who, while supportive, would be very, very scared.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
great
I
point.
have hardcore warding around my home, but I guess I kind of have left sort of like a messaging system where they can get a hold of me if they need to, but they
I
just
understand.
come anywhere into my house.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We got 5 minutes left.
Oh
5
my
minutes
gosh,
left.
that went so fast.
Showtime.
This
we
was
just
the
say, like,
quickest
40
2
minutes?
hours ever, guys.
Felt like
It was
20
40
minutes.
It
Holy
did.
cow.
We got like 5
We
minutes
say that
left.
every
Time-
week, but this
time
really
warp.
went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret door.
So like we're gonna have to say goodbye soon.
What's
I
what's
mean,
coming up for you in the immediate
Mhm.
future? You have
In the
not you're
immediate
gonna
future.
done with your show after are you done with your show for the year? Or you have
Yeah, just because we do every other Thursday,
Right.
we don't do
Oh, yeah.
holidays.
The holidays.
So I
Right.
think we have this show, and then our next scheduled show is supposed to be Christmas, and we're like, obviously, we're not going to do a show on Christmas. So
Right, we
for
get it,
us, our last episode is this Thursday. Drop on by. We have a really great time. You're going to see some familiar names. Sandy,
Great.
Mary Beth, Joseph, Melissa. Everybody is so wonderful. I think you guys
Subscribe when
probably
you
have
get there.
some new fans.
Yeah, you've got some great
up
fans.
for your show. So we got that coming up. And then we've got we're going to have a big push this weekend of orders because everybody's getting their orders in because they want to make sure that they get in time for the holidays. So
Right.
Quinn had a lot of shipping to do.
Yep.
And then otherwise I'm working on my facial skincare. We're going to have an eye serum. We're going to have a facial moisturizer. We're going to have a facial exfoliator. We're going to have a mask. We're going to have so much. The collection is called So You. Like that is just so
like so you that is
so
so you.
everything is going to be named like so radiant, so plump, so dewy, so bright-eyed.
love it.
So, yeah, we're working on all of that. And that's what I got going
you
on.
are
You guys can
so
find me
amazing,
everywhere.
Carrie. Like
Yeah.
thank you for
So
being our
much.
first
Thank you so
repeat
much.
guest.
Yeah.
Thank you so
We
much.
had a
We
great
loved it.
time.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
we'll get Zach on here eventually. If I have to just like tie him to a chair and make him, there he
There
is.
he is.
There he is.
You know what, Zach?
Come
You don't
on,
need to have
Zach.
a concert tonight. You need to get on their show. They've invited you
I
twice.
know.
And yeah.
And we had so much fun
I would
with
love
him.
to meet
and
him.
the
I would love
champagne.
to, Zach, I would love to meet you.
Yes.
Zach is a great guy. He really is.
Zach is a
together.
lovely guy. That's the
Yeah,
good word
he's a
for
very
him.
good
He's
guy.
just lovely. And so is
Yeah.
Zach's dad. Zach
So
and
Zach's
Zach's
dad. Zach's
dad.
dad is amazing. And you
I
know
just
what,
think
guys?
that's
We're gonna
so
have a bunch of
funny.
evidence from St. Albans coming up this Saturday.
Oh yeah.
So
great
maybe
point.
try to get Zach back on, like if in the new year.
Yep.
If you
Yeah, we'll
Yep.
work something
got
out.
dates to fill, 'cause,
We actually booked it
Yep.
to March.
Oh, really? That's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
we
If
actually
somebody,
booked it to March.
let him know. Have him and his dad on. Zach is a very quiet dude, though.
Yeah.
I'm the chatty one, as you guys have found out
Aw.
tonight.
No, you know, Chatty. Huh?
Good. We need a talker. We like it. We love it.
Yeah.
We love talkers.
I know.
Yeah.
I've had such a great time.
Oh,
I can't
and
believe it's
also-
already 2 hours.
It gives us a night off.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
have a show, so you're good at talk. You're good at it.
Mhm.
You can always tell
I
people who have
do,
their
yeah.
own show.
Yeah. I love hearing
Love
about
the
your
show. The
experiences
show's on what?
with mediumship.
Thursday nights.
Thursday night.
Thursday
Well,
night.
that was weird. Dead Air Full Spectrum Network on YouTube and on Facebook.
Okay. And the history of the haunting. Do you do that with Laura anymore?
History of a Haunting, yeah, we do that. That's my original, my baby, our paranormal podcast that I do with my best friend Laura. But we are on a hiatus right now, so we're hoping to try and come back by March of next year.
Yeah.
But you know, she's got a 12-year-old who's involved in all kinds of stuff. I got the shop. Like it just became like life began to.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will be back. We're not gone for good. Yes, I do still work with Aaron Bush.
What time on Thursdays?
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time. Yep.
Okay.
Great.
Yes.
So we really do have to go, Carrie. Thank you very much for being
Thank
here.
you guys so much. I had such a great time.
2 hours. Thank you so much.
I know. I can't believe it.
Come on. It's we got a minute left. And we got to say our goodbyes. So I want to thank everybody in the audience.
Guys.
The chat was great tonight.
Really?
Remember, Seekers 15 to get your discount. You know, that's great, 15% off. And Christmas is here, so maybe we could get some of you people to buy gifts for your loved ones. And
we got all kinds of fun stuff.
Christmas. Yep. And I just want to say thank you. I want to say, you got to be safe out there when you do anything. Be just safe because you want to look for ghosts. You don't want to be a ghost. Good, well, ciao, familiar, and forget about it. Hey.
Good night.
Good night. Thanks, Carrie. Thank you so much.
Hey, how you doing?